Hello, my name is Nick Matthes. I'm the Solar Project Manager here at the MREA, and here we are in the Energy Storage System Tech Center. Hopefully we can answer a lot of questions and some of the mystique that surrounds our energy storage systems. And so here we are at the SPAN Smart Breaker Panel. This is a breaker panel that's designed to work with solar plus storage systems. When we look at the world of solar plus storage, we understand that the importance of producing renewable energy. We understand the importance of having battery storage so that we can utilize our renewable energy and also to provide us with backup power. And what we look at as the third pillar in maintaining a solid solar plus storage setup is some sort of energy management, or at least monitoring, because we want to understand where our energy is going so that we're not wasting energy. If we're able to manage our energy, we can make sure that it's being utilized effectively, we can see where it's going, and we can maximize the lifespan of our battery system during an outage and just the overall lifespan. And so the SPAN Smart Breaker Panel is a great component to achieve those tasks. SPAN set out on a mission to redesign the 100-year-old breaker panel. They did so with great functionality, but also some nice flair and some really good features about it. So SPAN has taken just your standard off-the-shelf circuit breakers. So this would just be a $10 circuit breaker we could pick up at any supply house. Or if we're looking at retrofitting an existing breaker panel, swapping out an old breaker panel, if we're able to use a few different breakers from Siemens, Square D, Cutler Hammer, Murray, we can just reuse those breakers. Because what they've done is they've taken your normal breaker bus bars, and then behind that is where they put the smarts. So instead of spending $125 on every smart breaker you have, SPAN has taken the smarts and put that behind the dumb breaker so that you have that functionality you can gain from each individual breaker that's just on just your standard breaker. So there's a few different features that we gain from utilizing some sort of load control like the SPAN. We have real-time energy monitoring. We're able to pull up on any smartphone, iPad type device or anything like that, and we're able to see in real time the amount of energy that's being used not only in the whole breaker panel but on each individual breaker inside of here. So we've got monitoring, we've got control. We can set up circuits to disengage or shed, to turn off automatically during a power outage, but we can also do that manually from our phone, from our smartphone. So being able to monitor your loads is very important, and being able to control them is also important. The SPAN will allow us to do that automatically, and it also allows us to control loads manually. We can pull up in our app, and just by toggling any individual load on or off, we can hear the contactor click inside of the unit and it turns the power off. Toggle it back on the phone and we can turn it right back on. So it's a pretty neat function there. Another really incredible function of this system that's more automatic is the load shedding that it can do in the event of an outage. When we fill up our breaker panel with breakers, we designate each individual circuit as either non-essential, nice to have, or must have. And so in the event of a power outage, the SPAN breaker panel will automatically turn off or shed any of the loads that we have deemed non-essential. Think of your hot tub or your beer fridge in the garage, non-essential. We don't want that using our precious kilowatt hours in our battery bank when the power goes out. And then the SPAN will monitor your battery state of charge. And as long as the battery is full enough, it'll allow you to run all those loads in the nice to haves and the must haves. But then as your battery gets to a predetermined set point, as it's losing state of charge, it's gonna automatically shed all of your nice to have loads. Not the must haves, but the loads that were nice to have. Maybe think of that as your entertainment center, stereo surround system, or whatever that might be. Because now we're really in just energy conservation mode. We're running the essential loads, your refrigerator, chest freezer, well pump, things like that. We want to make sure that we have enough battery power for them. But it's not rigid, it's not set in stone where we cannot change things out of there. So if we were looking at our SPAN app and it says, hey, we're getting down to 50% state of charge, we're gonna shed the nice to have loads. So sorry entertainment center, sorry television, you're turning off for the night. And the SPAN app will tell us, based on our usage, how much more battery capacity we have. So if we look at our SPAN app and it says, hey, you're gonna be able to run on battery power till early afternoon tomorrow, that's a good, comfortable place to be. If you do that and combine it, you look at the forecast and you say, hey, it's gonna be a really sunny day tomorrow, the sun's gonna be out shining first thing in the morning, I'm gonna be filling up those batteries starting at 6 a.m. or whatever time it is. You say, okay, well, you could go in the app and you could toggle back on your entertainment center or something, some of your nice to have loads, and you can do that and do that right from the app and make it real easy to keep track of your battery state of charge and your what you're drawing from your batteries. So a lot of really neat features that happen inside the SPAN, and there's other energy management software and hardware out there that help do a lot of these similar things. But if you're looking at integrating energy storage, I really recommend going with some sort of energy monitoring, and management is also a really nice thing if you can integrate it.
Special thanks to SPAN for their generous donation to the MREA Energy Storage System Tech Center, and to each of our sponsors who have supported the ESS Tech Center and the advancement of MREA Solar Plus Storage training curriculum.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping by the ESS Tech Center here at the MREA's headquarters in central Wisconsin. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on here and a lot of different classes around energy storage systems. So feel free to stop by midwestrenew.org and check out our training page. Our membership and participants in all of the MREA's activities are vital to the operations of the organization. We couldn't do what we do without all your support. If you're able to support our organization or any of our initiatives, please stop by midwestrenew.org and take a look at all the different things we have going on and see if there's any way you can be involved.